Uganda's tourism industry has grown exponentially over the years. However, the sector has been dependent on foreign tourists.
So you're from Germany?
Yes.
Wow. When did you come?
3 days, 4 days.
4 days ago.
4 days.
Okay.
We have a lot of program with him.
Here.
No, later we go, where we go, Kibale,
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 for the chimpa,
Queen Elizabeth National Park,
Okay.
and
Are you going to
for the
Burundi?
gorillas.
Okay.
Government and private sector players spend a lot of their resources annually to market Uganda's pristine tourism sites abroad. The overdependence on foreign tourists is what the sector players are trying to change, says the State Minister for Tourism, Godfrey
They are
Kiwanda.
telling me that in the 70s we used to have 70,000 tourists in this park coming from all over, from the whole world. But as of now, they reduced. Now we are picking. But good news is that Ugandans have picked up. We actually, out of almost 100 visitors now, we receive almost 60 or 70% are Ugandans, which is a very good sign. We've been having a problem on our gates, and our gates haven't been looking well. So we are now having a project that you see there. It's a new gate, and we are doing this in each and every national park so that our tourists are free. Not necessarily to go to our headquarters, but getting the information from here as they enter. Now they can begin from any route. Because as we enter the national park, you see as many routes as possible. Somebody may not be interested to go to the headquarters, may just need to go probably to take a new route. And you will get everything from here at the information center.
Tulambule Wild Domestic Tourism Drive, launched recently by the Tourism Ministry in partnership with Uganda Wildlife Authority, is aimed at creating awareness for tourism destinations. Dr. Andrew Seguya, the Executive Director UWA, elaborates.
These assets really belong to Ugandans. We are only custodians. And it is pertinent to every Ugandan to market their country. But we need to understand that we are not in a position to market our country if we don't know it ourselves. It's quite affordable to come and visit here. It's just 15,000 shillings.
I had a question about the festive season. How did it go?
It was very, very, very good. Ugandans and our friends that love Uganda really showed how much they love these places. Everywhere was full.
How many people showed up?
I don't have the combined figure right now, but I know that all the lodges were full. We couldn't find a place. We had but all the boats were full. And we do about 3 schedules of boats a day, because the trip, for instance, to the bottom of the falls that you are going to see takes 3 hours. So all the boats were full all day, and there are boats which belong to us, there are boats which belong to the hotel, and there are boats which belong to a private operator. But all were full. So we are very happy with the people.
And did you have any challenges?
No, not this time. Not this time, no. Because one of the biggest challenges we normally have is we have a ferry breakdown. Because as you see from the southern to the northern side, we cross by ferry. And when that one gets a challenge, that is a real problem.
And that happened a lot?
No, it doesn't happen a lot. We had serviced the ferry before because we anticipated that's going to be very busy. But like any engine, like any mechanical craft, things break down now and then, but it wasn't a problem this time. We are very happy.
The initiative has started with Murchison Falls National Park, Uganda's largest and oldest conservation area, hosting 76 species of mammals and over 450 birds. This may be Uganda's largest park, but its very existence is determined by the Murchison Falls.
Falls are a signature. Everybody who comes to Murchison, you have to go to the falls, because this is the epitome of a visit to Murchison Falls National Park.
The falls are the centerpiece of the park and the final event in an 80-kilometer stretch of rapids. Tell me, where are we at the moment?
Currently we are at the top of the Murchison Falls. The top level, from the point where the water falls through, from the highest level to the bottom level, is around 45 meters. So So this water falls through a narrow gorge of around 7 meters wide. That's the average being calculated of the gorge. So as a result, when water is in full capacity, like in the rain season, around 1,000 cubic meters of water is believed to be passing here per second. So making it to be the most powerful waterfalls in the world. So we are seeing currently here there are some 2 blocks. One is on this side, one on the other side. In the early 1954, there was a footbridge being put by Sir Winston Churchill after declaring Uganda to be the Pearl of Africa. Sir Winston Churchill put a footbridge which costed him only £10 to put this footbridge. But in the year 1962, we had some floods. So the flood made the gorge to got congested, and later it created a channel, creating another waterfall which we have behind.
The second waterfall.
The second waterfalls, which we call it to be Uhuru.
And from here downstream, there is a variety of animals such as elephants, hippos, now crocodiles, giraffes, among many more mammal species and birds.
Hippos are in water. The reason being, though they have very thick skin, the outer layer is very thin, they fear dehydration. So it's at night, they can move up to 8 kilometers away from the river, and they follow a definite trails, which are called hippo trails. And when they are out, they mark their territories. They have their droppings, which they wig their tail and flash the droppings on the grass to mark their territories. However, hippos are known to have killed more people in Africa than any other wild animal, according to the literature. Because when you are between water and hippo, you stand high chance to be knocked. A big male hippo can weigh up to 3.2 tons. A female weighs between 1 to 2 tons, and they are purely grazers. Yeah, they maintain lions where they can graze, and however, a big hippo can eat up to 60 kilograms of grass and spend a minimum of 5 hours.
And what else are they eating?
They are basically vegetarians and grazers, though they can once in a while eat some fruits like sausage fruit is one of the fruits which are eaten by hippos. And we know the sausage tree fruits have high content of alcohol. When also these animals eat, much like hippos, like baboons and elephants, they can also get drunk.
Party.
Yes, yeah. And we normally witness some of the drunk hippos. Really? Yeah.
So sometimes those hippos, they enter people's farms. How do you manage that?
Most of these animals, we manage them by maintaining the habitat or their niche to be favorable for them, by creating fresh grass for them. Some of the burnings you see we are doing are management burning to regenerate fresh grass, such that the hippos can be able to limit themselves into the park.
They will just stay here.
However, some of the mechanisms we do is to establish problem animal units along the communities. Yes, like this park is entirely, there are no settlements within the park, and we have no much problem of hippos to the communities.
And what is the problem in the park then? Which animal?
We had been having instance of elephants moving out of the park. Yeah, because these elephants have long memories. Those areas they are following had been corridors of elephants. Elephants used to move within this region of Central Eastern Africa. So they still have a memory. They can keep a memory of over 50 years. So at times they try to move to their corridors. And if they happen to get some crops, so they will always know the season of those crops. That's why we at times get a problem with the elephants. Yeah.
Tulambule Wild Drive runs for 2 months and will cover 9 national parks and Pianyupe Wildlife Reserve.
So I think this is the best time for us to do this, such that in the heavier months of June, July, August, we prepare people, we make them plan as to when they can come and visit the park. But it's also dry, so we have plenty of sunshine for us to enjoy. Now, this is a general thing, but we shall go into specialization. We shall have just a visit to do the air ballooning, or just a visit to do the trekking, or just a visit to do, on this river we do sport fishing. Sport fishing is a 3-day activity. So there is so much you can do here. There are many specialized products. Now we are showing you general, but then we shall not go into the specifics for those who want an in-depth, whether it's fishing, whether it's gliding, whether all those things that you can do and enjoy in this national park.
Robin Josso for UBC News at Murchison Falls National Park.